Hey, it's Brad here with guitar. What are we at?
Do it again.
Hey, it's Brad here with GuitarJams.com. Today we're going to do pinch harmonics. It's really popularized by Billy Gibbons, Eddie Van Halen, George Lynch, a lot of the 80s guys. It was like a staple in the bag of tricks. It's a really cool technique and it's really fairly easy. But it's, you know, again, it adds really cool different notes to the same position, different sounds to the same positions you're used to playing. So we'll take the trusty A pentatonic position again. And what we're going to do is, to do pinch harmonics, it's just getting your pick, a little of your finger, and your thumb. Okay, so what I do is I do it almost kind of a motion to where, if you can see this, what we're doing is you're getting the pick first, and then you're following with the flesh on your thumb. So kind of a... My guitar's turned down a little bit so you don't quite get the full... Also, pinch harmonics is a lot easier with gain, although that you can do it without it, but it makes it a lot easier. So one of the riffs that I opened up with was just walking down a pentatonic scale and doing all pinch harmonics on each string. So what we're going to do is... All we're doing there is I'm really staying in about the same spot. If you're playing with the Strat, it's going to be right around the front of your middle pickup. So, you know, on any typical guitar, on like a Les Paul, it'd be in between your two humbuckers, and you can play around on the string and get different harmonics. Like if I take the same note, so I'm going to stick on the 5th fret of the G string, and just move my pick around, doing the same technique, you get all sorts of different... And it also really sounds good when you hit a pinch harmonic, if you throw a little vibrato in there. Makes you sound all 80s and rad. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on the right hand and get more of an idea of the mechanics behind the pinch harmonic. So again, you're going to use, I use the nail, you know, kind of a combination between my nail, pick, and thumb. And I do it in kind of a, like you're turning a house key, kind of a out motion like this when you hit the string. Again, I'm kind of sticking in this middle region of my guitar. And what we're going to do is, I dig in pretty good. So I'm just, if you can see that my thumb is kind of in an angle, so my pick and my thumb are hitting kind of at pretty much about the same time, but I'm really digging into the string. And you can get all sorts of crazy harmonics all over the neck. You know, you can do all sorts of bar dives if you have a, you know, a tremolo or whatever. But they're all over the neck. Like you can get a cool one on the G string on the 2nd fret. And that one run I was doing earlier, like I said, it was just a walk down of a pentatonic scale, the first position. So you're going to do... So again, watch the pick. Again, it's easier with a little bit more gain. If you have a Strat, the more gain the better. It's artificial harmonics really come out with humbucking pickups, so it's really kind of catered more to that, but like we're seeing right here, if you have enough gain with the Strat, it all works. So again, just play around. There's different spots on the guitar, like a good one's on the 8th fret of the B string. It's a little bit harder to hit. We'll see if I can get it. You can get really high-pitched ones. The lower ones are kind of cool. They're kind of meatier sounding. Something that you could put in like a song, you know, like a... Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to incorporate pinch harmonics into a riff or a rhythm. And we're just, you can, you know, obviously I'll show you how to embellish it a little bit more towards the beginning, but I'll keep it really simple in the beginning. And, you know, you can just start with something like this. So what I typically do is I like more like aggressive sounding vamps. So what I'll do is I'll pick, you know, 2 or 3 notes. Like in this instance, I'm in, you know, I'm in A. I like using A, just because it's a really good spot to, you know, you can incorporate all of your pentatonic riffs, and and they still sound big and thick. So I stick an A a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the G to the A string on the 6th fret. Other notes we're going to use are going to be the 3rd fret of the A string and the 5th fret of the A string. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and forth and do kind of a simple rhythm. So we'll start with something like, I'll take off some of the gain here. Okay, we're going to take a simple riff like that. The only difference we're going to do is I'm going to add the C note on the A string. So let me throw a little gain on there. So let's do that slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to hammer on here. So what I'm doing is I'm hammering on from the G note to the A note, and then I'm going to do a little mute, and then I'm going to catch the A note, which is on the 6th string of the 5th fret, on my upstroke. So it's okay. So once again, like that. We're just going to repeat it. So we got. Okay, so a little bit quicker with a little more distortion. There we go. Then you can just embellish it. You can, you can use the same notes. You don't always have to, be doing one note per string or one picked note per string. You can double up. One of my favorite things to do is make it sound, I like riffs that sound really percussive. So like I said before, if you caught in any of the other lessons, I like to use a lot of open strings in my riffs. So what we're going to do is I'll do a simple one like. All I did there was I did the same riff. So I'm doing open E. That's really it. So it's open. But it's the attack that you put on it and the rhythm that you choose to use that's important. So it's. I like to sit on notes sometimes too, like the C note. I'm sorry. Same thing. I just embellished that first riff a little bit more, adding the D note. So we got. So what we got is back up to the 5th fret of the E string. And then we're going to go D. So D on the A string, back up to the E string, back to the C, and then back. So all together we got, I'll just throw something, I'll do a couple runs together and we'll mix it up. There you have it. Pinched harmonics with rhythm. It's a good tool to have in your belt. Once again, this is Brett with GeetarJams.com. Thanks for watching.